first for us. We're making a side trip to Staples with the camper. 370-mile move day, pouring rain through the mountains, international border crossing. We're gonna make a detour to go shopping to replace the digital camera that might have got broken in a little mishap trying to film the Northern Lights.
Thank you.
We can get a new camera. Somebody's been missing out. It's important to do. It's a good stop.
It could be that guy. At least we're dry. We're crossing in the town of Sumas. It's very industrial on this road leading up to the border. The border is only like right up ahead. That's not very far. 0.7 miles away. Welcome to USA. We made it back. We were only at the booth for like maybe a minute. He just kind of peeked in like the back of the truck, like the bed and the cab, and asked us what kind of food we had in the vehicle, in the trailer, and that was it. You know, oh, he did ask us, you know, how long we were in Canada for, where we were coming from, and that was all. Where was home? Have a good day. Totally easy. Didn't get stuck this time, so that's pretty cool. And so now we are at this gas station that is instantly right after the border, and I did remind Kyle that the price that you do see on the screen is the actual price that you will be paying. There is no more American discount now. It is 6:30 local time, and about 30 minutes of daylight left, and we decided to just pull over. We didn't quite make it to where we wanted to tonight, no worries. So I found this spot to stay. I found it on iOverlander. There was only one comment from June, and apparently there used to be a casino right here, and it's closed down, but there's this big parking lot, and we're just gonna see how it goes. We're gonna spend the night here. We're in Washington. Hopefully we don't get murdered, and maybe we'll get a knock on the door, somebody asking us to leave. Maybe we won't. We'll give her a go. Well, we're still alive. I didn't sleep very well because Carl got in my head with the amount of serial killers that are coming from this state, but we didn't get a knock on the door. All of our stuff is still here, and so we are going to press on. We're at Miller Steelhead Park. This park is pretty cool, actually. It's a county-operated park where they have camping here. There's also a river, which is pretty neat, and if you're lucky, you can get
Arriving at Miller Steelhead Park on the left.
Thank you for that. If you're lucky, you can get some sites that are right down on the river. You could canoe right to your site. You could fish right from your site. We are just outside of Cascades National Park, and we have a pinwheel loop here. It's kind of cool how this campground is designed. The guy just said, here's the sites that are available, pick which one you want. And so we're just gonna take this site right here. It's pretty cool. It's easy to back in. Of course, I just jinxed Carl, but pretty neat here. This campground is also pretty neat because they have hiking trails that you can wander through fields and rainforests and along the river. There were mountain lion sightings there and lots of evidence of bears on the trails as well. This here is an extra large slug. This is one of the black or the European types. They have banana slugs here, which are yellow. I haven't seen any of them, but these guys are pretty big. Look how big they are. The North Cascades are the wildest and steepest mountains in the lower 48 states. There's limited access and dense vegetation. The park has more than 300 active glaciers. This is our first trail that we are doing in the North Cascades National Park. And this is super cool so far because this is also rainforest. You can see there's so much green and moss, and the trees here are huge. I wish we could go down and show you how big this one is because it's really ginormous. It's quite impressive. This 1.8 mile river loop, which we haven't even seen the river yet, by the way. It's gonna take us freaking 2 hours. I'm just so distracted. Look how huge this tree is. The moss is gorgeous. I don't even know if the phone picks up. Hey, I can go see this tree. Look, there's a trail. You gotta give me the chance. Look how big this tree is. My hand. Trying out camera versus iPhone. We have moved up the road a little bit, and we are now looking for a waterfall. One of the best parts about when you get into an area is playing the game of let's not look at the map before we just start walking. And let's just see what we find. This place is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool waterfall because it's cut in a gorge. Just look at it. You can't quite get the view of the whole waterfall at once. Because there's some here, there's some here, and there's some here. Our next trail is 0.6 miles out and back. This right here is a western red cedar tree. There's a sign that says most of these trees are rotted in the middle due to a fungus, and it does make some parts of the tree die, but the tree itself keeps living. These trees are just so massive. I found another massive tree here. So here's Carl. You're not gonna reach, honey. Go ahead and put your hand down. Just look at it. That's crazy. And this is not the biggest tree here that we've even probably seen. So Kyle wanted some steps today, and I wanted some pears. So we're combining the two, I guess.
Going to pick some apples and some pears in the rain.
We got some big. So we can pick from the orange trees, which are already on the ground. These are Jonah Gold. Nice.
Part of the tree with it.
Good apple.
They're small.
Why don't they come and collect all these apples? What's the point of this? It's really pretty here. Just so many beautiful apple trees, pear trees. This is not a pear. We're at the Gorge Overlook Trail. This trail is really not a trail, it's only a 1/5 of a mile round trip. Really pretty, offers views of Cascades and the dam. This is quite the waterfall. It's right next to the road. You can actually get to this waterfall by the parking lot for the Gorge Dam. Just walk across the road to the bridge. We are going to do the Thunder Knob Trail. It is 3.6 miles round trip and an elevation gain of 635 feet. And it's supposed to offer us a beautiful view of Diablo Lake. Once you get past walking on all the river rocks and boulders, it's really pretty. You have this stream that goes through the woods and the trees are just draping with moss. It's beautiful. Got a nice view of the mountains. This weather is our least favorite for hiking. It's just humid. Like it's been raining for 3 days. Believe it or not, in Washington it's been raining. And it's just not fun to hike in. You can't really regulate your temperature, you're hot, you're cold, you're sticky and clammy. Well, we made it to the top. This is Diablo Lake, and it's starting to sprinkle. This is the Diablo Lake Overlook, and compared to the hike that we just did, I would say this is much easier. It's just a parking lot and the views are much better. You can see the whole lake here. This is the National Forest Overlook, which is right next to Cascades. We've got a roaring river down here, some beautiful hanging fog, and some wonderful peat. We are on a very narrow trail. There's some pullouts, but not very many. It's been very steep. We have no idea where we're going. The drive has been pretty. We have incredible views out our window here. There's a creek down there, there's mountains, There's an awesome glacier and there's just little waterfalls cascading down these mountains. They had me fooled. I was saying, oh hell no, we ain't doing that. Wow. Wow. Uh-oh, a car.
Where the f you expect me to go, dude? You idiot. Three you back up and go to a pullout.
It is so pretty here. I just don't really know where to look. There's literally little cascading waterfalls everywhere. The colors are amazing. There's a beautiful valley, just super stark mountains. I feel like this road just keeps getting narrower and narrower. I don't know where the heck we are, but man, it is super cool. No cell service. Super remote. Only saw one tiny car out here. Nobody knows where we are. These are the keys to a true adventure. We made it to the top of this crazy road and there's a trailhead here and actually lots of cars. So awesome. Even this little electric Tesla made it up here. Has some rearranging. This was on top of that. So just standing here in the parking lot right now, I can count 9 different waterfalls streaming down. And you can hear them, they're so loud. It's awesome. And this peak up here, it's got a little bit of snow on it. There are a handful of trails here at this parking lot that you can do if you are brave. This is a trail map. So right now we are at this parking lot here. And so they pretty much all leave on this Cascade Pass. Wow. Oh my gosh, we can hear the glacier moving. Wow, I don't know if we got that in the camera, but it basically sounded like if you were to take a big boulder and drag it across the gravel. Like that's the sound that we just heard. Wow, that's amazing. This is the best part about Cascades. So anyways, look at how crazy this is. All these switchbacks here. This tells you that it's freaking steep. Wow. But I bet these hikes are totally awesome. Heading down the mountain. It's 3,400, well, we keep dropping. 3,480 feet elevation. It's 40 degrees. It's raining. There's actually little tiny balls of ice. And Carl is not very excited to drive down.
I think that the hill was an easier drive than this.
The fog is rolling in as well. We had a beautiful view of this whole valley about 15 minutes ago.
Colors are pretty amazing too.
Big one. People often asked us why we never go to any of the West Coast states. It was never on purpose. That's like one of the main regions that we always wanted to get to. Just never really happened.
Now it has.